yet another brilliant, magnificent 7 show this Saturday night, live on TNT Sports. It's truly a belter. If you have a look around here at this top table, we've got so many brilliant matches, so many thrilling matches, fights where fighters have to perform, fights where fighters can move on to the next level. We've got a brilliant rematch for the main event as well. This man here, Nathan the Hitman Heaney, defending his British title once again against this man here, Mr. Brad Pauls. It was a brilliant, brilliant fight back in March. It was a draw that Nathan Heaney thinks he won. It was a draw that Brad Pauls thinks that he won. And I guess we're going to chew the fat a little bit and go through that, and both fighters can state the case. And so many thrilling fights. We're going to talk to all of the fights individually. We're live on TNT Sports from 6 o'clock on Saturday night. And just another note, when we do these magnificent 7 shows, when Queensberry, when Frank Warren announced these shows, you know something special is going to come. You know something special can happen to the fighters involved. Nick Ball, for example, just a couple of magnificent 7s ago, he had a fight. 2 fights later, he became a world champion. So these are the kind of high stakes that we're talking about here. So the main event was scheduled to be Liam Davis. He was going to be co-main event against Shabazz Massoud. Unfortunately, that fight is no longer happening. Shabazz Massoud will be on the show on the prelim part on Saturday night, and we're going to get Liam Davis to commentate over that, which should be fun. But out of that, Zack Parker has got the call up. He's got the opportunity, and he takes on Jack Arnfield on Saturday night. We've got no Jack Arnfield here, but we do have Zack Parker right in front of me. And Zack, we've seen you on a Magnificent 7 show as well. It was against Tyrone Zoiga. Feels like you've got a point to prove heading into Saturday.
Yeah, definitely Dev. Obviously, with my best performance on that last fight. Obviously, the weight didn't help. I came in at 12 stone and he came in at like 12 sticks. So yeah, looking to put on a good performance. Against the game, playing Jack. So should be able to make out for a good fight. He's looking to take my spot. So yeah, I've got to be on the A game and put in a big performance.
I've been watching a few interviews of Jack Arnfield. It's a shame he's not here today because I think he would have had a few things to say, but he is very game. He believes that he can take your spot. He's targeting weaknesses that he's seen in you, so he fancies it, Zack.
Yeah, definitely. All these fighters fancy it. You've got to be on the A game with all of them. And, you obviously want to take your spot and be on these big cards. So yeah, I've got to do my best and put in the best performance what I can. Obviously, my best speed is his best, so yeah, should be make out for a good fight if he's coming and bringing it. So yeah, should make out for a good fight.
You're at light heavyweight for this fight as well. Is that a move going forward now?
Yeah, there's a lot of big names at light heavy. Obviously, the likes of Williamson, Boatsy, Yard. All the belts are holding up at the minute at super middle because of Mello. So yeah, I just want to get in big fights like that. Obviously, a lot of British lads, a couple of them with Queensberry. So yeah, just it's a no-brainer really.
Okay, best of luck to you on Saturday night, Zack Parker. Let's move on to it's another rematch actually on Saturday night. It's a rematch we weren't expecting, but it's a rematch which has arrived now for the English Heavyweight Championship. And Sol Dacres was scheduled to fight David Adelaide, who unfortunately is pulled out with injury, but Michael Webster has now got the fight, and it's a rematch of their fight on the Magnificent 7 show. And Sol Dacres, I think you'll be the first to tell us it was probably a trickier night than you anticipated against Michael Webster the first time. What's going to happen this time?
Yeah, I think this is a more tricky fight. He's probably a better boxer, Webster. Obviously, last time we both got it late notice. I wasn't in the best shape. I was overweight, undertrained. Late notice. But now I've been training properly like I usually do. My conditioning's there. I'm going to be much sharper. Adelaide's pulled out again. This is like the third. I think we've had 3 dates for this fight. 3 press conferences I've been to. I've never seen him once in 6 months. So dubious signs really as whether was going to take that fight anyway. But we've got Webster again, and it's probably better for me that I get to put my last performance to bed and show the level that I'm at. And, put myself back in the level where I know how good I am and show how good I am with this one.
And when it comes to Michael Webster, that first fight, was that about what you didn't do, or was it about what he did? How do you reflect on him?
Yeah, a bit of I wasn't fit for a 10-round title fight. You know, it's just 2 weeks' notice. I just signed with Frank, and you know, I just took the opportunity. You know, but now I'm properly conditioned for 10 rounds. You know, I won't be holding back, thinking, you know, oh, I don't know if I'm fit, or questioning yourself in training. Now I know I've had the proper camp, and yeah, I'm gonna have much more confidence. I know I can, you know, let my hands go for 10 rounds. So I'm very fit now, and you know, back in the position I usually am when I'm conditioned and ready to fight.
You mentioned David Adelaide. Of course, it was meant to be David Adelaide. You've sat here at a few press conferences now where, you know, I've anticipated you to go back and forth, but it's just been you going forth, essentially. Well, how disappointing was it when you got the news that he wasn't going to, you know, be able to fight you on this day?
Yeah, it's very disappointing because I think it was a good fight. You know, a good fight for my profile and putting me, you know, a few more eyes on me and putting a good performance and putting myself a bit more on the map now. And you know what I mean? Because I know I've got the ability, but just getting those sort of names on my record. So it's disappointing, but I've just got a full focus. I'm still boxing this weekend, and I've just got to focus on myself performing.
So we'll see the true Sol Dacres on Saturday?
Say it again, sorry.
We will see the true Sol Dacres on Saturday?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I'm trimmed up, I'm lean, I'm fit, I'm fast, everything. So, you know, I'm ready to go Saturday.
Okay, best of luck to you. English Heavyweight Championship on the line, Sol Dacres, Michael Webster. Two rematches on this brilliant show. Let's go to the light heavyweight division. We've got unbeaten Ezra Taylor taking on Carlos Alberto Lamela. The vacant WBC International Light Heavyweight Championship is on the line. Let's start with Carlos Alberto Lamela. Carlos, great to see you. Why is this the right fight for you? I understand your English is good, by the way. I've been looking at your Instagram.
It's not my language, but I can understand and I can speak a little. I try.
So tell us about this fight. This is the man that you are fighting here. What do you think?
First of all, I am really grateful for being here. For me, it's a big opportunity, and I really like how you live boxing in this city. It's a nice place, and you know, for me, it's an opportunity to fight Ezra. I saw his fight, I saw what he have, and you know, I come here to do my job, and my job is one fight.
Do you think he has anything that you should be worried about?
No, we are men, you know, we are two men in the ring, and we have to fight. I see like that. It's probably he have his skill, I have mine, he have his dreams, I have mine. It's about that.
And how do you think the fight's going to go? What do you think's going to happen in there?
I don't make a prediction about the fight, you know. I only think he likes the distance, you know, and I have other ideas, other options for the fight. I don't like the distance, but he likes the distance. Maybe will be like a really interesting fight. Different style, different way to understand boxing.
Okay, well let's speak to your opponent. Let's bring in Ezra Taylor, looking fly with the sunglasses on. Feeling yourself today, Ezra? You're part of the main Magnificent 7 show this time. You were prelims last time, and that's your man there. You've heard from him. Tell us how you're feeling about this fight.
Thank you, Dev. I'm always feeling myself. I'm a confident guy. Saturday you'll see it. We got the medal for taking the fight. I'm happy, and thank you everyone involved that I'm able to fight for the WBC International. Man. Funny story. I actually had that belt as my screensaver last year, and the way God's timing is looking here, I'm fighting for it on a great card. There's some great boxers alongside of me as well. And I'm just excited, and you can tell by the smile on my face. This is what I love to do. I love boxing, I love fighting. And yes, Saturday I get to earn my stripes.
And it's a good belt. I didn't realise you had it like as your phone background, but it is a good belt. It was Willie Hutchinson's belt, and we've seen what Willie Hutchinson has gone on to do. So you pick this one up, it could really mean something, Ezra.
It means something. It doesn't matter about anyone else. It means something to me anyway, because I've always been saying it from the start. I want to become world champion. I'm going to become world champion. This is a stepping stone. The WBC is a prestigious belt. I feel like it's probably the best belt within the boxing fraternity, and I'm kind of just getting into that pathway, you know. So greatness only can come from this. And on Saturday, I've worked real hard. I've done everything I need to and more. I've got no doubt in my mind that I'm going to be victorious by God's grace. You know, I know my opponent's going to try to do everything in his power. And again, I respect every fight, but I just know I'm here to do what I've been born and built to do. And then Saturday, man, this is my time to be victorious in the best way possible.
Just a final one, Ezra. Zack Parker next year is now moving up to light heavyweight for this fight. Certainly, it looks like as well. I noticed a little bit of side eye that you gave him as we talked about the weight. Have I misinterpreted that? What's going on there?
Obviously, if anyone's talking about moving to light heavyweight, you're going to be on my radar regardless. Again, I respect Zack Parker. He's done what he's done at super middleweight. But light heavyweight's a different ball game. But again, on paper, he's got much more experience than me. You see what he's going to do. I'm just focusing on what I need to do anyway. Again, I'm fighting for a great goal and doing what I need to do. He's from Derby, I'm from Nottingham. We're pretty close. Who knows, man? Who knows what could happen in the future? I just know that I'm going to be a champion in my own right. And if he's trying to step in the way of that, then you already know what's going to happen with that.
Zack, I don't know if you want to respond.
It's just going to say what it's going to say, mate. Obviously, he's a good fighter, he's just coming up, but I'm looking for bigger things. I've been at this bigger level, and yeah, I feel like you just started the podcast, to be fair.
Me? Thank you, Ezra. Thank you, Zack. Thank you, Carlos, as well. Brilliant fight Saturday night, WBC International Light Heavyweight Championship on the line. Okay, let's go to a welter belter. The WBO European and English Welterweight Championship on the line. Owen Cooper, the first defence of those titles against Echo Esserman. Echoed so often, and I'll come to you first. So often, you are the champion. You are the man defending belts. How has this camp been? Being a challenger heading into a fight with Owen Cooper.
Yeah, thanks for having me once again, everyone. And this camp's been good. You know, as a hunter, you get to sharpen your tools, and mine are razor sharp. I've got all that experience to know how to use them, when to use them, and do it with a smile.
Are you surprised that Owen's taking this fight?
Well, if it was pitched to him and he had to, then he would take it. To be honest, everyone's going to go for their opportunities. People probably thought there was blood in the water after the last match, but that's to their own detriment, really.
And Owen, I'll bring you in here. It's the first time that you are fighting as a champion, where you are defending belts here. You've seen Echo Esserman there. He doesn't seem to be, he seems ready to go. What are your thoughts heading into this?
Yeah, of course. You know, he's always going to be ready to go. He's a great fighter. I don't expect anything else. But yeah, I've really grafted this one. And yeah, I also can't wait to go. So it's going to make for a great fight either way.
John, at the launch press conference, you mentioned that you feel like you're better than Echo Esserman in every department. Is there anything in particular where you feel you really, really sort of leave him for dead?
Not really. No, I'm just being honest. I just think I'm that bit better, that bit sharper in every department. He's good at everything. But I just feel like I'm that bit better in every single department, and I stick by that.
Is this about timing, Owen? Do you feel like you're getting the engine at the right time? Too many miles on the clock of the engine? What do you think?
Yeah, you could say so. You know, he's had his time now. He's been at that top level, but I just really believe now is my time. And yeah, taking a fight against someone like Echo, I feel like a lot of people probably would turn it down, even though he's coming off the back of a loss. I feel like that makes him an even more dangerous fighter, because obviously he's not going to want to lose again. But yeah, I feel like that works into my hands, and yeah, I am really looking forward to it.
Any response there, Echo? We're talking about perhaps it's about timing. What do you think?
I'm very hungry for this fight. I'm ready for the hunt. I'm too experienced, too fast, too strong, too elusive. And when that experience kicks in, it's a different ball game. This will be the 6th belt I'm going to be winning in these championships fights. And I've done it before. I know the pressure he's going through. The first title defense, a lot of pressure on his shoulders. He's been amped up, training super hard and whatnot, but he's not experienced it yet.
Do you have a message for Owen Cooper?
Enjoy the experience whilst you can.
Final word to you, Owen.
Just all the best on the night, and the best man will win.
Okay, thank you, gentlemen. WBA European and English Welterweight Championships on the line. Brilliant fight there, Owen Cooper against Echo Esselman. Let's go to the British and Commonwealth Bantamweight Championships. We're going to speak to the top table now. We've got Ash Lane, who is defending his crown. He's currently reading The Secret up there at this top table, with the Secret to one side and the belts to the other. Hopefully he will engage in some chat. I think he'll be brought in when I speak to Andrew Kane. Andrew, for you, it's a big moment in your career. You've been crying out for title shots. Firstly, I just want to get your thoughts on Ash Lane down the other end of the table, just having a little read of The Secret.
Yeah, Ash Lane, I don't really know much about him. I've got respect for him as a fighter, but on Saturday night it's not about respect, it's about me coming to work the fella and take the belt back home to Liverpool with me.
You wasn't there at the launch press conference, Ash Lane. You said at the time you think, oh, maybe he's hiding, he doesn't want to see you, kind of thing. But now that you can see him and he's not looking back at you, what do you make of him?
I don't know, I was only joking. You know, he's a fighter and he's going to be up for the fight on Saturday night. And I'm expecting an hard fight, you know, but don't be surprised if it came on early on as well.
Let's bring in the champ, Ash Lane, if I can bring you away from the book briefly.
Using the Bible.
I was in the middle of a chapter last night and I just had to finish it.
Big moment, right? You are defending those belts, so we can get back to the book afterwards. But big moment, you're defending those belts against a man who clearly is looking to come and take your head off. Tell us what's going through your head.
Yeah, you know, he's a ferocious puncher, isn't he? Andrew Kane. No, he's got power in both hands, got fast feet, decent head movement. Can't knock out when you don't hit. So, you know, I mean, I'm looking forward to a very good fight on Saturday. He's a respectful lad, I'm a respectful lad. But at the end of the day, only one of us will come out the ring standing.
Have you visualised how this fight's going to go? Because that book's a lot about manifesting and things like that, right? So, what's going to happen on Saturday in your head?
I get my hands ready. That's it. You know, it's no shame in terms of Kane, how the fight's going to go. You know, I respect the lad and he's a good fighter and he'll go very far in boxing. But it's just my time. And I've visualised this over and over again, 100 times. And what will happen will happen. I'll win on Saturday night.
And Andrew, for you, is this about when you land clean? Is that how you're seeing it?
No, I've got everything in there. I can box, I can move, you know, I can do it all. But definitely got a big punch and you'll find it out on Saturday night. It's going to be sitting on his ass.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, man, can't wait.
On the chin.
And bar on the chin.
Take it. Sorry.
You'll see.
Yeah, I look forward to it.
That mean if I know like me,
Huh?
you will.
I didn't.
Yeah, you'll see on Saturday.
Saturday I got two fists.
Yeah, man, got a big old chin as well.
I'm gonna stand in the centre of the ring with you and show you.
Let's see that.
Yeah, let's have it. I look forward to it.
Yeah, same.
Proper.
And about to come back to ours.
Nah,
Yeah.
see it there, so you never touching it, man.
They're coming to ours.
Mine.
You can continue from here.
Huh?
Yeah, man. I'll be wearing them.
Wearing them.
Keep them.
Ain't touching them,
Keep
mine.
them in the box.
Keep them.
I want them smelly.
They're out the box already. They're already here. They're out the box. No, I'm putting it back in the box. You're going back home to my wardrobe.
You'll be asleep on Saturday, you like.
I'm laughing because it's funny. Like you're talking shit.
Won't be funny on
Ain't
Saturday.
happening.
Won't be funny on Saturday.
Ash, you must laugh at the odds, right? The odds come in, I think you're like, I've seen 9-1, underdog last time.
The odds are hilarious. I always laugh at the odds. I mean, like, look at who I've boxed, you know. I mean, I've boxed world champions, European champions, Commonwealth champions. You know, I've boxed at the weights above. I've boxed Olympians. You know, my last two fights, I've beaten undefeated champion. Went over to his backyard, dropped him 3 times. I then just beat Chris Paul, who's meant to be like one of the up-and-comers. You know, the odds were the same in that fight. I didn't give a shit about the odds. Fuck the odds.
I ain't no Chris Paul, me like, you'll find out.
I know you would know Chris Paul. I know you're Dacres Paul, you know.
Listen, I respect you, lad, it is what it is, you know, it's unfortunate that I've got to come and take the stuff away from you that you just now and late on in your career, but it is what it is, you know, you're going to sleep on Saturday and that's no more said.
Yeah, I got a lot of respect for you, but you ain't winning Saturday.
Yeah, man. We'll see.
Fantastic stuff.
Yeah, if you want to make some money, put some dough on me to win Saturday night.
Great stuff. Ash Lane, Andrew Kane, Saturday night British and Commonwealth Bantamweight Championship. What is the secret? We will find out on Saturday. Who comes away with those titles? Two very confident fighters. Let's move to the Queensberry debut of, very simply, one of the best fighters in the world in Chantel Cameron, challenging for the vacant WBC Interim World Super Lightweight Championship. She takes on LM McCallard. It's a big moment. It's a TNT Sports Queensberry debut for Chantel, but LM McCallard is a very good fighter, only lost in very good company. And I'll start with you, LM. This is your first fight in the UK. This is a very tough opponent. What do you think about this fight? What is your feeling?
Firstly, thank you for this opportunity. It is a big opportunity for me, and I will have to accept this because I'm waiting a long time for that, and I think, and I'm sure I'm going to be a good fight.
And what do you think of Chantel?
Chantel, I respect her a lot because she's one of the best female fighters in the world, and I will prove I'm better than her.
What do you do better than her?
Thanks to my strategy. I have a great strategy for this fight.
And how much will it mean for you to win this for France as well? I know you're very proudly representing France.
Yes, I'm very proud of me because maybe I am the first French female fighter to do this in the UK. I'm so happy to be here.
Okay, thank you. Let's bring in Chantel. Chantel, great to see you again, and this time it's before an actual fight is going to happen. Now, just hours away from your Queensberry TNT Sports debut, you must just be itching and raring to go, right?
Yeah, I'm so excited finally making my Queensberry TNT debut. Feels like it was just around the corner and now here I am, so can't wait and put on a massive performance, show everyone that I'm bouncing back from my loss, but I'm still the best 140 pounder and I'm coming for them belts and putting the division on standby because I'm going to be standing on everyone's toes again.
Not an easy first kind of fight with us though. Ellen McCallard sounds very confident. She's been a champion in her own right in the past as well. It's a very, very tough fight.
Yeah, of course, but I was undisputed world champion, so I wouldn't want an easy fight. And if I took an easy fight, then I'd be cheating everyone, really, cheating myself, cheating my team, cheating the people that are buying tickets. So I wanted to fight, and I come out the best in tough fights as well. My last two fights in Dublin with Kate Taylor, one of the best female boxers ever. So for me, it's just got to do what I do best, and I'm going to come out a winner and back on to winning ways.
First fight with your new team as well, in terms of training team. Have you got some new tricks to show us?
Yeah, plenty.
Do you feel like there's a kind of months of frustration that essentially you're going to take out on Ellen McCallard there?
100%. I think since November it has been very hard. It's been like I'm coming, going, and will I get this fight, will I get that fight? And I asked for McCallard, and because I knew it would be a good fight, and they were like, got a lot of frustration built up, and I just can't wait to let my hands go and cause some pain.
So what is the mission statement then on Saturday night for Chantel Cameron?
Gonna scare everybody in the 140 division and let everyone know that the best is now coming.
Okay, we look forward to it. Thank you very much, Chantel. Thank you, Ellen McCallard as well. Brilliant fight, WBC Interim Super Lightweight Championship on the line. Well, let's talk about the main event. Let's talk about really a fight of the year contender already, and if the rematch is half as good as the first fight, then we're in for yet another thriller. Brad Paul's Nathan Heaney, or Nathan Heaney, Brad Paul's. I guess you probably think it should be Brett or Nathan Heaney too. But listen, let's talk about it, Brett. I mean, for you, is this the chance to right a wrong?
Yeah, I wouldn't say like a robbery or anything like that. Like I said previously, maybe slightly unjust, but I'm just really grateful for getting another chance. It seemed like the right thing to do, and I've got to respect Nathan and his team for getting the rematch on. I think because the people enjoyed the first fight so much is why we're getting a second. So yeah, another entertaining one on Saturday night.
Nathan, let me bring you in here straight away. You are the defending champion again. That British title will be on the line. Do you think the first fight was close?
No. To be honest, like the first 7 rounds, the issue that I even had in the first fight was the first 7 rounds were easy. Like easy, you won one round of the first 7, and a bit of comfort and a bit of complacency, and I switched off, and that allowed him to catch me in round 8. Obviously, I still finished on strong in round 8, and I had a great round 9. And obviously, he caught me in 11. It's just one of them. But the fight wasn't like, when he says he won the fight, I just don't know if he can even. It's amazing that there was a draw, to be honest, but like it was a competitive fight. I still won the fight by 2 or 3 rounds, so it's still competitive and close. But I don't agree with it being a draw at all.
Did he surprise you in the first fight?
You see, when I said it was easy in the first 7 rounds, that's not being disrespectful to him. The fact of the matter is, when I boxed Denzel Bentley, that was also easy after the first 7 rounds. But the difference between those 2 fights was, I knew Denzel Bentley could take me out at any moment if I switched off for a second. And I didn't believe that Brad could do that, to be honest. And I still don't, because he couldn't take me out. But yeah, like I say, the complacency allowed him to at least use one of the attributes that he's got. He is a strong lad. So yeah, my mistake.
Right, any response? It was Nathan said that he feels it was easy the first 7 rounds or so.
Yeah, that's boxing. It's subjective. It's your opinion. You can feel one way, I can feel another. Everyone else who watch can feel a completely different way. Doesn't really matter, to be honest. It doesn't change anything. What happened, and yeah, we'll do it again Saturday night.
What did you learn from the first fight, Brad?
Yeah, first 12 rounder, so it was good to tick that off. Getting used to the bigger stage. Obviously, I've come from small hall, so it's just getting a bit more familiar with the lights and all this sort of stuff. Which, yeah, I'm a bit more comfortable, and yeah, ticking that box over the 12 rounds, and I feel like I'll improve from that. The experience will help going forward. The same, but better on Saturday.
What did you learn about Nathan Heaney?
Not a lot that I didn't already know. Like, I respected him. I know he's a good boxer. He's got a good engine. He's got good movement. I've learned he can dig deep and get through it when it gets tough. And yeah, I learned that our styles can gel for an entertaining fight. So yeah, I look forward to Saturday.
Do you think you can hurt him on Saturday?
Yes. Yeah, I did before.
Nathan, you got a response there. I mean, you talked about how you found the first 7 rounds easy, but I guess you've got to do better this time round to get the job done.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Like, at the end of the day, anyone can hurt anyone in this game. I mean, like Sergio Moro once caught me, and my ears were ringing for about 4 rounds. And that Argentinian lad that put me on the ass. Anyone can put you down or hurt you, but it's just the fact of the matter is, yeah, you just got to make sure that doesn't happen. But there's so much more that goes into a rematch. I've been here before in rematches, but I've never had a rematch before, and at least I'm not aware of. And so many different things, like, did everything go perfect the first time for the opponents, and this time is it vice versa? Because he's a puncher. In the build-up, you never know, you could have hand injuries, pick up illnesses, you could get dropped in sparring, any of them. Do you know what I mean? Anything that could affect them in terms of when he's so confident in the first fight. And to be honest, he's very confident in the last press conference. Yeah, he's almost like a smug, arrogant smile on his face. I could see to him, he feels it's easy. And I could see it. But that's only switched me on. No different than like it was with Denzel Bentley.
Smug, arrogant smile, bro?
First for me. Yeah, that's what he thinks. Yeah, just Sweet. I know you're trying to stir it up, Dev, but yeah.
I think call you smug and arrogant.
Yeah, I don't know, yeah, I suppose that's the first for me. Yeah, I don't really see myself that way, but if that's what Nathan thinks, so be it. It's not personal for me, I just want this belt. It's never personal. You've got to back yourself in boxing, you've got to be confident, or else you're not going to be up here. So I suppose that's what you've got to be. So yeah, it is what it is.
History for Cornwall as well, should you come away with it? I know how much that means to you. I think it's been 85 years of hurt.
Yeah, since 1939 there's been no British champion from Cornwall, so it's more than myself, it's bigger than myself. I want to do it for my county. It'd be amazing for them, and to bring that belt back to little old Mookie would be crazy.
And Nathan, once again we're in this position where the big fight at the football stadium is kind of promised within touching distance. It keeps happening, but you need to come through Brad Balls.
Listen, I've done everything asked of me all the way through. Even like every fight that I've boxed, I've beaten them. Obviously, granted the last fight, look, still, even like before the Denzel Bentley fight, that was the coming of age moments, and I beat Denzel Bentley, and so yeah, every fight I would keep going and keep winning to get that. Obviously, that's my dream to fight there, and it's just, and my Stokies have backed me all the way in thousands, every single fight, all the way. And like I said about history, there should be at least 500 of them coming up from Cornwall. There's got to be minimum, because the amount of comments and the amount of messages I've received from them saying, oh, he's going to do this to you, he's going to do that, oh, you won this fight, but it's only a formality that he's going to be the current British champion. So there should be at least 500 of them coming.
I've only got 200.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know why they're not turning up. It should be a formality, they should all be coming up here to witness history, but they're not. They're not. So it's just one of them, my guys there all the way, and they back me all the way. Believe me, if we were announcing South now, there'd be 1,000 that want to go over there. Because they say when we did that little video the other day with Queensberry Promotions, and he said, describe your opponent in one word, and you said popular. I think that's a slight dig. I am popular, but yeah, I know the score, mate, and it's going to be a good fight.
Great.
Okay, Brad, let me get your, you don't really want to bite back at Nathan, but I'm sure you have an idea as to how this fight is going to go in your head. Play it out for us when that first bell rings. What do you think is going to happen?
Yeah, I think it's going to do it again. I think it'll be entertaining again. I think Nathan's going to come better than last time. I plan on doing the same. Yeah, I think the crowd's in for another fight of the year contender. I'll give my absolute everything like last time. The same but better. And just whatever it takes, by any means necessary. But yeah, I think the crowd will enjoy this one.
Just a final one for you actually, Brad. I've seen an interview where you talked about how you do want to have a word with the ref beforehand, gun shields, holding, things like that. Is that on your mind?
I leave that to Terry. If he has issues, he'll leave it with the ref. I just fight. I don't worry about the other stuff. It's just about the fight. My absolute best every time.
Nathan, final words to yourself. Tell us about how this fight's going to go on Saturday. Of course, Brad, as confident as ever.
Yeah, he's like I say, he obviously got me well in the last fight, so he believes he can do the exact same again. So he might just come blazing. We've just got to see what happens, haven't we? But yeah, we're ready for every eventuality in the fights, and obviously for me to retain the British title again.
Okay, thank you, Nathan. Thank you, Brad. That is our main event. That is the Magnificent Seven. 6 o'clock on TNT Sports this Saturday night from the Resorts World Arena in Birmingham. We'll be live on the Queensberry stream beforehand. Around 4:30 we'll be live for a couple of prelim bouts, including Shabazz Massoud in a kind of run-out fight, but Liam Davis commentating over it, which should be fun. It's a great show. Make sure, if you haven't got a ticket, get a ticket. If not, tune in. We will see you on Saturday. Stick around because we're going to do some face-offs, and there's a few here that I'm particularly looking forward to. Thank you.